opening game for the opening face-off of what could be a memorable series for Philadelphia. Let's go Flyers and let's go down.
Dave Newell set to drop the puck on the opening face-off. It's Esposito to Cashman, dumping a bouncing puck wide to the left of Pérent. Flyers were only able to garner one power play goal against Boston in the season series. Clark drives it back to Bladen at the right point. Gibbs a drive away. Tip and attempt by Clark is kicked out by Gilbert. And it's Esposito trying to clear out. Kept in by Bladen. The big drive from the point. 6 safety kick. +1 for Liebhaus. 639 Church Lane in Philadelphia.
Flyers have worked that effectively with the pass into the corner to McLeish after the rebound shot.
From Hodge again. Left point to Vardne. Vardne back on the left wing corner for Busick. Out to Esposito. Shot, great save. As Hodge takes Pérent down in the Flyer. Orr intercepts at the red line. Busick on the left wing. Back to Orr. Closing. Shot. Great save, Pérent. Cleared in front.
And that swarm in front of the Flyer net on that last Esposito shot. It was Hodge in there really screening off Pérent and taking down Jimmy Watson.
DuPont. Orr starts the rush in second gear out of his own zone. DuPont is back as Orr hits center ice. Orr across the Flyers line, pulls up short. The drive. Great save, Pérent. Almost
for the Flyers to bring home the Stanley Cup. That's right, the new World Team Tennis entry.
Tries to wind it into Cashman. Cashman behind the net for Busick. Busick back to Orr at the right point on the forehand. The drive knocked down by Lansbury, and he'll skate it out. McLeish heading for the Boston zone has to pull out of the zone as Lansbury crosses. Lansbury off the backhander, knocked down by Gilbert. And it's picked up Vardne, but the puck is cleared back to the Boston zone. Now it's Orr at full speed across the Flyer line. Here's Busick closing. Shot wide on the short side. Centering pass back to Vardne. Vardne to Orr. The drive. Orr and pass. He tipped it in. Off the stick of Bobby Orr, who drove it from the right point.
That time they sent Busick in flying on the left wing with pressure. Pérent made the save, couldn't control the rebound, and went back to Orr, who fired. And again, as the Rangers weren't able to do, Cashman was right in front of Pérent, as was Esposito. And the puck may have gone in cleanly, but I'm sure there may be a deflection in there. Orr will get one of the assists at 12:08, and Boston leads on the power play with Barber in the penalty box. It was the quick rebound pass back to Vardne from Busick as Orr shot, and it may have, to anybody, gone to Wayne Cashman.
And Greg Shepard, the line on for Boston. Here's fourth. Around DuPont, deep in the left wing. Trying to cut it in front. Blocked off by Pérent. Now it's centering pass. Shepard to Forbes. Shot. Oh, Shepard is put up against it.
The puck went behind, and on the other goal, it was dealt out in front, and closing right in was Forbes. And he shot. The rebound was right behind Pérent, and there was Shepard to bang it home. And for Greg Shepard, who's having a tremendous series, playoff series, that was for him his 10th playoff goal, and it's 2-0. The goal comes at 13:01. And so the Bruins, as they have so often this year against the Flyers, have banged in 2 quick goals within a minute. This one coming at 53 seconds.
Goal from Forbes and Vardne. Shepard the goal scorer. Here comes Sims. Lead pass, and we have a breakaway. A shot wide of the net off the stick.
His 10th playoff goal, and that time Savard was sent in alone. And Dallas Smith and Forbes get the...
Now it's Orr around to O'Reilly on the right wing. Takes a hard check by Bruce Cowlick, and they both go down. Now it's Orr for Boston across the Flyers line. Fakes the shot. Here comes Marcotte closing. Off the stick arm of Bernie Pérent. O'Reilly's shot. Down goes O'Reilly, and we've got to stop. All the way to the Boston backboards. Back picking it up is Marcotte. Checked from behind by Dornhofer. Clark comes out from behind the net. Tries to stuff it in. Another shot is gloved by
Gilbert for the penalty. But following DuPont's penalty at 3:24, they had a couple of good plays at Gilbert, particularly Kindrechuk.
Kept in by Kindrechuk at the right point. Off the boards for Bladen. Into Barber. Backhander. Stopped by Gilbert. And now Sims. Chris takes a shot in the head from Ken Hodge. Hodge to Esposito. Shot smothered by Jimmy Watson. And the play is whistle dead as Ken Hodge and DuPont go at it.
Flair's a first bit of temper that flared. And 2 strong boys, certainly Hodge the bigger of the 2, trying to get DuPont off his feet, and D'Amico is in there trying to separate them as everyone else is paired off. And Terry Chris politely is using his stick to clear the dropped equipment away.
Jimmy Watson comes to center ice. Watson across the Boston line, holds up, takes the shot. The follow-up shot by Crisp is tied up by Gilbert, as Gilbert made the initial save. Orr gets by Clark, drops it back for Vardne. Vardne into Busick. Great save, Pérent. Busick takes his own for Busick. Now on the near side to Orr from the right point. Shot is off the stick arm of Pérent. DuPont and Hodge are out. Flyers still one man short. Kicked ahead for DuPont. Knocked down by D'Amico. Now picked up by Clark as time runs out. Orr takes it behind the Boston net. We're a minute 4 seconds into the third period of play as Orr gets by McLeish across the Flyer line. The drive blocked off by Van Emp. Loose puck in front. Just goes wide as Esposito with Marcotte, O'Reilly, and Savard. Van Emp shakes Marcotte. Savard breaks up the play. Look out, O'Reilly, a turnaround shot. Saved by Pérent. He's played steady defense tonight for Boston. Clark can't contain Vardne as he gets by him to center ice. Drives from the red line. Glove save by Pérent. Up to Flett, across the line. Can't get a shot away as Cashman poked it right off his stick and he fanned. Out front, Watson's going to get a drive. Hits a post. Another shot by Clark. He scores! It's all tied up with Bobby Clark. Has good for a case of tasty cake. Time of the goal comes in
from behind the net, back to Watson at the point. First shot, the second block, the third went to Clark on the rebound. He couldn't shove it past Gilbert, but on the third try, got it under his pads to flip it home at 5:32. And for Bobby Clark, his third playoff goal, and that should come from Joe Watson at 5:32.
So now it's the McLeish line. Interesting to see what effect that Flyer goal has on the Bruins. Shepard breaking up the play. His shot, glove save for Pérent. He very wisely holds on as both teams playing tentative now. It's Orr. Drills a pass across to Savard. Shot. Great kick save for Pérent. Clark overskates it. Lansbury checks Cashman, but Hodge gets the shot away. Hits the outside of the open man. Just flips it the length of the ice. Crisp will get there first. Crisp centering pass to Nole, but we've got a whistle for offside, and with 8:04 left in the third period, the score is 2-2.
Don, I'm curious now as to what this delay might mean. Well, it will take the edge or concentration off. Whether somebody, you look here, this is the kind of situation where one
left
team
wing side now crosses to Cashman on the right through center ice. Gets by DuPont. Cashman centering pass across the fence. Closing, his shot is wide. Rebound, 6:24 left in third period play. Cashman across the line. Winds up, the shot is deflected way wide. Up to Selesky. Selesky pulls it around Dallas Smith. Here comes Kindrachuk on the right wing. Across the line. Shot. Stopped by Gilbert for Schultz. He's got room to shoot. Pulls up short and is upended by Dallas Smith. Kindrachuk closing out of the corner. Intercepted by Cashman. Van Emp shot. Hit Schultz. Backhanded by Selesky. Kicked out by Gilbert. Another centering pass. Kept in this time by Bladen. His drive. In front, it's loose, but it's cleared away by Esposito.
As it's most likely the next goal would be the winner. 4:51 remaining regulation time. Savard, Marcotte, and O'Reilly against Clark, Barber, and Flett.
Face off to the right of Pérent.
TV 29, WTAF TV, Philadelphia.
Well, both these clubs in a warm building and a tough game, and the Bruins playing the run.
1 minute left in the third period as Clark comes across the blue line. In the Flett shot, deflected wide by Bill Barber as he slid backwards toward the Boston net.
Tremendously inspiring goal, Clark. A beautiful feed to Flett. He tried to draw it past, Gilbert did, but then as it was in the crease, Billy Barber was checked through, bumped it, and it just slid wide of the open corner. Great play by Clark, and Flett almost finished it off. Got the puck past Gilbert, and then it just trickled by the open corner off the leg of Barber, and Orr
free back to center ice by Watson. Esposito loses to Lansbury. Lansbury gets inside, but loses control, and now it's Esposito to Cashman. 34 seconds left in the period. Cashman gets by Watson deep in the right wing corner. Checked off the puck and upended by DuPont. Their skates are locked. Hodge centering pass. Orr, the drive, and he scores. Number 4 has done it again.
It was that play when it went into the corner. Cashman was taken right out by DuPont, and DuPont appeared to have the ability to get the puck. His skate caught Cashman's skate, couldn't make the play. Hodge dug it out right to Orr in front, and Orr fired it home past the screen for on at 1938. Well, Don, the opportunity of all times to get a skate hook as DuPont threw a great check against Cashman to take him off, appeared headed for the puck to control, As he reached for the puck, the skates thought he went down.
When play does continue, and they just stay there until the next stoppage. Of course, had that puck come outside the zone, it would have worked to the Flyers' advantage because they couldn't bring it back in.
With on the dash was complaining about that.
I think you'll find this clock is geared that way, that after the button is pressed, it clicks one more time. They figure it's going to go to Bladen. Draw goes to Barber. The shot hits Esposito. 7 seconds. Going for the loose puck is Sheppard. Taps it toward the open net. Cashman will get there. Hits the back of the net. And time runs out here at the Boston Garden as the Bruins come storming from behind to win it in the final seconds.